Hey crafty people, welcome back to my channel, and in case you're new here, I'm Sarah, also known as Craft Nerd because I'm a nerd who loves to craft. I do paper crafting, card making, junk journaling, and mixed media art. Let's get crafting! Oh, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to continue working on finishing up this suitcase folio that I made in the last video. We're going to make an insert to go in here and do a little bit of decorating. Alright, so to create a folio for this pocket, because the kit only came with the stuff to make one folio to go in one of the pockets, I've pulled out some paper accents. What is it? 80-pound cover in dark craft, and that's an 8.5 by 11 paper pad. So I cut the sheets down to 6 by 11 and then scored them at 4 inches, which leaves us these little flaps, which one of them is going to get cut off. And then we're just going to glue them together, and I'm trying to decide if I want to trim them down or just leave them as is. I think we're just going to leave them as is. So what we're going to do is add glue to this flap. And glue it like so. And we will repeat the process over here. And then I'm just gonna grab some tape to fit in here. Just barely. Okay. We're just gonna go ahead and stick this guy in. Cut that piece off. And now we got a little folio. And I've already pulled out some papers and cut them down to size. And as with the one that we made that came with the kit, all of these pieces are cut to 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. And I actually did cut a few pages because they're 8.5 by 11. Or no, sorry. Because the pieces are 8 by 6, what I was usually doing was cutting down to 5 3/4 on the 6th side, and then 3 3/4, which would get me 2 out of a sheet. But for a few of them, because the orientation is portrait, not landscape, to keep the images right side up, I cut a few of them so that I only got 1 out of it. But I'm okay with that. Because, yeah, that's going the right way. This one's got it going the right way, that sort of thing. So I think we're going to put this one with the door and the owl on the front. And then I'm just going to go through and glue decorative pieces to every page in this. right, now for this, I'm going to create a belly band. So I just cut off a strip that's 3 and a quarter, no, 3/4 of an inch wide, and it's 11 inches long. And I'm going to grab it's longer than it needs to be. Like, I'm trying to remember how long the other one was, and I don't remember. All right, I think it was 9 inches long. That means we're going to cut off 2 inches. We are going to score at 7 and 7.5. And yes, I'm making this a rather loose belly band, or 6.5, 7, 6.5, because I know I'm going to stick pictures in, and that's going to take up a bunch of space and add some bulk. So I don't want this belly band to be too tight once everything's inside it. So I'm hoping this will be enough leeway. And I've got another scrap piece that we're going to cut down to 1/2 inch wide. Since one piece wasn't long enough to go all the way, I'm using 2, but I found the first time I did it, the seam was like here, and it doesn't love that. So this time I figured I'd move the seam more towards the middle. Grab laser cut elements that go with this set, and I thought this would work perfect for our belly band. Yep. All right, so I figured out the best way to do this was to stick a block in here like so I could then set it down like that and add glue here and glue here and put that on like so to create our belly band. Ooh, I really like how that looks. Oh yeah. And that will go into that pocket. And now I need to go find some pictures for decorating, and we'll do some of the elements and all that sort of stuff, and just go to town decorating this piece and getting it 100% completely done. Okay, so I bought the laser cut elements that went with this paper pack, so I pulled out some stuff to decorate the front with, because I have got all these laser cut elements, I might as well use them. So I think that's pretty much the layout I'm going with, so I'm just gonna glue everything down. And I also want to add a couple of hardware heads to up there. Let's see. I can be able to find 4 of the same. Oh. I do have 4 of those. There's a little less glue. Now I need to get some pictures printed so that we can decorate the inside. Okay, next I want to finish decorating the accordion folios that go in our suitcase in our little pockets there. And I've pulled out some stuff, and so what I decided to do for these guys is add photos from preschool through grammar school. And this photo, I'm not entirely sure if this was a preschool photo or like a kindergarten photo of me, but that's going to be the top of the first album that goes in this piece, which now that I have filled it up and like all the pictures are in here, it's like it's way too thin. Like, I don't know what they were expecting you to do with this when they set the spine for this piece, but yeah, it's there's no way the magnet's ever going to hold it, so we are definitely going to keep using the paper clip. And I've also picked out some stuff to decorate this flap with, so let's start with that. And I've grabbed a scrap piece of one of the papers used to decorate at the various parts, because I felt this did not stand out enough against that background, and I do want to ink the edges on this. I'm feeling a little scorched timbery. Add that piece on there. On top, and then for this one I just decided to go with the desk because I thought that was kind of cool looking. So that's this piece done, and bring this over, and I figured just to add a little bit more interest, I'd add the little globe down there. So I'm just gonna glue the picture on, and what I ended up doing is I took the various photos and took pictures of them because they were all not sized right. Like, this was probably at least a 5x7 size photo, so hence the like glary bits over there, and then printed it on matte photo paper. So yeah, this is either kindergarten or preschool. I'm not entirely sure, because the next pictures are actually my preschool class pictures. So, and I noticed I had pretty much the same haircut for both years of preschool and kindergarten. Because yeah, they had pretty much the same haircut in kindergarten too. Let's see, this is all finished. I'm trying to think if there's any. Yeah, okay. And is gonna live in here, sort of, because yeah, that is just really kind of annoying. And I kind of had a feeling that this was going to get a little bulky once I added pictures. I just didn't realize this was going to get that bulky. And where did the paperclip go? I had the paperclip. Ah, there it is. And we're just going to keep that paperclip on. And it's going to go in here like so, and then that'll close like that. And it'll stand up. Oh, I just love how this is coming out. All right, now pulling this over. For the top of this one, which gets the belly band, we're up to 4th grade for me. So this is my 4th grade picture. I still have those earrings. No, those are not the earrings I thought they were. Because I just remembered, I'm like, the earrings I was thinking of were the ones I got for my confirmation from my cousins, which I do still have those earrings. Unfortunately, oh no, I'm not wearing the necklace in this one. I had a charm necklace, and that got stolen when my house was burglarized many years ago. So, and then I figured I've got the die cut elements that match on the bottom there, so I'm just going to add those back on because, well, I've got the laser cut elements. I'm going to use the laser cut elements. So I did on several of the pages add just some accents with the laser cut elements to add some interest. I can show you a couple of the pages where it's just photos of me when we're done. But yeah, for some reason I don't have any 1st grade photos, like none of the neither the class photo nor the individual photo for 1st grade. No idea where that went. And then for 5th and 6th grade, I just have my class photo. Photos went, but let's see. Photos. So, okay, we're going here. And because I went to a Catholic grammar school, we had an 8th grade graduation. So I have graduation photos. And the kit comes with little graduation caps. They're just little nubs left on from pulling it out of the sheets. So, and this was the one taken. See that charm necklace? That got stolen. I was crushed because it had my 1st communion charm and my confirmation charm and my 8th grade graduation charm and my high school graduation charm and several other charms. And yeah, I was very not happy that that got stolen. So I'm gonna put this on. And this haircut was necessitated by the fact that I frosted my hair the year before, so in 7th grade for Easter. And when I went swimming that year over the summer in the chlorinated pool, my hair turned green. So that was to cut out all of the green from my hair. I just thought it was kind of cool that it actually matches my cap and gown because our school colors were yellow and green. This page I'm going to stick another picture with of me and a friend from 8th grade, so I'm not going to show you that photo. And this I'm also going to do a photo of me and a friend from graduation day. So the last page is going to be, this is the photos my parents had done, I think, at the professional photography place that was like right across the street from my school. So it's like where everyone went for any professional photos for like this, my 1st communion professional photos, that sort of thing. So yeah, this is at the end of the year where my hair had grown back and got permed because I had many perms in the late 80s and into the like mid 90s was probably the last time I permed my hair. I really wanted curly hair as a kid. I have since recognized the fact that I just need to give up on that dream because my hair does not curl and it doesn't take perms very well. See how this fits in our belly band. Oh, and I did make it like, it now fits the belly band like perfectly. I think there's still enough room in there for the last 2 pictures I'm gonna add. But yeah, that's fantastic. And so that's gonna go in here. And this project, but for adding those last 2 pictures, which I'll do off camera, is finished. And all that I have left from this paper pack, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheets of paper. And I think I have a few scraps laying about, but those I think are going to get used on What's on My Desk Wednesday. And then I have these strips, which I'm going to keep on my desk to use. This is what's left of the ephemera bits. But yeah, I am going to have finished off a paper pad imminently because I am going to use these. Like, they're staying out on my desk to get used. And I also have, in addition to these pieces, it came with a whole bunch of leaves that I am going to probably keep out the green ones to use on some projects where they'll work, and then put the orangey and brown ones away to use in the fall. Oh, and in addition to doing this one, I went ahead and did off camera the 2 camera ones. So this is what they look like. They've got this little, and this is fall themed, so I may be able to use those in here when I start decorating it. And so this is what this guy looks like. In case you were wondering, if you saw the first video where I talked about, I bought 4 kits by CrafTreat. So I bought the suitcase, the cameras, which come with 2 kits each, and then 2 8x8 ones. So this is a 49 and market paper that I've had in my stash for at least 2 years, I think. Year and a half, something like that. A while. More than a year. I think I probably bought it in 2024. And then, so it came with a craft one and a black one. And then here's the black one, which is also using a Minte paper pad. Oh, I forgot to do a couple pages. I gotta do those. And a piece back there. So I put a really big dent in both of these paper pads. They're not quite finished, but I used a bunch of papers out of those. And I did one of the 8x8 folios, and this one I've actually already put photos in. So that one you can see me, but that's my little sister in that picture. And so these are photos of Christmases from the 90s. I need to add the years for each one, and then do the decorating on the front, which I'm going to use for use these pieces for. And I've only got 1 full sheet left from that pad, and then 2 scraps and a bunch of little scraps that. So this paper pad is very close to being done, and I will probably finish off. And what I did was there were 2 other sheets of cut aparts, like these bits. So I've already cut those apart and plan on using them when making some, I think we're going to end up making some clusters. So yeah, I've almost finished off 2 pads of paper. Actually 3 when you count this one that I made to test out how it works, that I need to add photos to. So yeah, I've almost finished off 3 pads of paper and put dents in 2. And we're only like 2 weeks into January. We're on week 2 of January. So I'm very excited about that. Not necessarily that I'm going to go out and buy any more paper, since I am on a low spend. And one of the rules is I have to use up 3 pads of paper before I'm allowed to buy any more. So I'm close to being eligible to purchase a pad of paper. Not that I intend to do so, but I'm just excited about the fact that I'm actually using my paper. Like, the plan's working. So that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please do all the things that lets YouTube know you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment down below. Thanks for joining me, and happy crafting.